We're live.
And we're alive.
Are we? I feel dead after watching 100 movies this year.
Well, I didn't get quite up to 100.
Where'd you get to? Well, let's see. It's the 29th, so we got
still
2
have
days
a couple
left.
days.
So you'll be able to get closer.
I can fit like 17 more movies in
so
the next
83.
2 days. I think I'm at 83.
Okay, still pretty good. More than most people watch.
Yeah, I mean, 83 movies from this year. Because I've seen about 163
movies altogether.
Yeah.
But some of those you've seen before. And some
No, those are all new to
movies.
me.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So I've been doing work, just not everything from this year. But 83 movies from the year. 164
pretty
good that I'd never seen before.
Pretty good. I like it. I don't have my number for movies I've never seen.
And a couple rewatches.
Yeah, of course.
As always.
Yeah, I like to, before we do this, year-end list, I like to try to watch the ones that I think are going to be, like, at the top more than once. Mm-hmm. So that I'm, like, sure about it. But
yeah, that's the problem with me. Like, a lot of them were just one and dones, but I loved them the first time I saw them, and I didn't get another chance. So hopefully I still feel this way after I see them again.
These lists are always fleeting. Sometimes I'll go back to my list from like a few years ago and be like, yeah, that's in the wrong order. Yeah.
They're very fluid.
Yeah.
Fluid list.
So these are our lists. We're doing top 20s of 2019. We want to preface this first because there's a few exclusions on the list because we didn't get to some of the year-end stuff that might have cracked our lists.
Yeah.
I'd say there's probably a couple on there that probably would have broken in, but we didn't get to them just surely because of late releases in the year.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and start with your list of the ones that you missed that you think that...
You want me to do all 5 and then...
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, the first one I have actually is from earlier in the year, and that would be Rocket Man. Mm-hmm. Did not see Rocket Man.
I have a feeling it'll come up today. In some capacity.
Okay.
But I won't go too in depth because you'll get around to it.
All right.
I mean, I won't say whether or not I think you should get around to it, but I will later.
So Rocket Man, number 4, I got Little Women.
Uh-huh. It's for girls.
Girls and women.
Mm.
Or is it for everyone?
At least that's what everybody online says, that men aren't going to see it and sexist.
Well, I'm a man and I want to see it.
Oh yeah, me too.
I just haven't.
That's one of the ones that I think would have been in my top 20,
but I just love the cast first off and the director. Mm-hmm. I've never seen any of the other Little Women. I've never read Little Women. Mm-hmm. So I don't even really know anything about Little Women. Mm-hmm. I just like the people involved.
Yeah.
I like those Little Women. Mm-hmm. And then I got Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
I got that. Yeah, that's one that I missed too. I might be able to get a watch in before the end of the year, but not today.
Not today. And then number 2, Bombshell.
Oh yeah, you didn't get a chance to see that, huh?
No, I didn't.
It's good. It's very good.
It's another one where I just like all those ladies.
Yeah, it was kind of a fringe one for me, like right on the edge of the list. May or may not be included. We'll see.
Okay. All right. And then my number 1, which I'm going to be seeing tomorrow, is 1917. Mm. Looks tight.
It's only playing in like 6 cities right now, so...
And San Francisco is one of them.
Yep, so...
That's where I'll be.
If I had the opportunity to see it tomorrow, I would see it with you, but it's not going to happen.
Well...
But I'll get around to it and then make adjustments accordingly.
Yeah.
3 of those movies that you just said were on my list. The other 2, I had on your list I'd already seen. The other 2 that I missed that I feel may I don't know. They're ones that I didn't intentionally skip them, but I put them on the back burner because I thought like they'd be ones that I liked but not loved. So, and that is Harriet and Pain and Glory.
Yeah.
You didn't see either?
I didn't see either of those, but I'd like to get around to them someday.
Well, they say that Pain and Glory is one of the better Almodovar films since sort of his heyday. So I do want to make time for it if I can. It's tough to find a way to see it.
Yeah.
So, but at some point next year, it'll come around.
I'd like to get him in before the Oscars.
Yeah, for sure. And if Antonio Banderas is nominated, then for sure I'll make the extra time for it. And Harriet was one that came and went. I just didn't have time for.
Yeah.
But I do plan on seeing that too because Cynthia Erivo probably also is. She's nominated for the Globe, but Oscar nominations obviously haven't come out yet. So we'll see. I'll try to make time for that one too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
well, time is on our side.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Just like John Goodman said in Fallen. He didn't really say it, he more sang it.
Sweet.
You like that reference?
No, I've never seen Fallen.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, to the listeners out there, do you like that reference?
They'll write in. We only accept handwritten letters, though, so.
By carrier pigeons.
Well, YouTube comments are definitely turned off for this video.
Like anyone said, we're gonna comment anything. We even have any listeners.
Yeah, there's like 5. Hey 5, hey you 5, how's it going?
You get a high five.
Glad you're here. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do our top 20s. Let's start with number 20.
Okay, do you want to go first or?
No, you go ahead and lead it off.
Okay, I think this will be a great way to start our list. I think it's gonna. We'll have some things to talk about, and maybe it'll be a little conflict. But I got Star Wars Episode 9: The Rise of Skywalker.
I'm so glad you have this at number 20 because I thought that there was a chance it was gonna make it into your top 5, and then we were just gonna really have to have like a real discussion about it, and then. But that's fine. It can be in your top 20 and just be number 20, and that's probably the only acceptable position I think it should be.
It probably doesn't deserve to be there, and I feel bad for whatever might have been left off by putting that there. But I'll even say this. It wasn't a good movie, but it served its purpose for me anyways.
Okay. That's great.
It hit all the Star Wars notes that I needed. And, I'm okay with the conclusion of the trilogy.
I mean, I'm always happy, honestly, to hear when people say that they liked it, just because when I watched it, which was like, a few days before it came out, I didn't like it, but I was just like sad for Star Wars people, like Star Wars fans. I thought they were all going to just completely hate
lose their minds.
Yeah, for sure, like riots and stuff. But like apparently that's not necessarily the case. Like most Star Wars fans really liked it, so that actually makes me happy that they did, even though I didn't. You know what I mean? So
like,
there it is, number 20.
When I was watching it, like at the first act, I thought it was just terrible, and I was like upset, kind of. Mm-hmm. But then I loved the rest of it, and first time ever cried during a Star Wars movie. I think.
But it was just one specific moment.
But I was teary-eyed for most of it.
Yeah.
And for those listening, spoiler alert.
You always cry at the kiss.
I cried when Chewie got his medal.
Mm.
It was so touching.
You're about to cry right now.
Yeah.
I can see it in your face.
Yeah.
We better move on before...
What's your 20?
My number 20 is a movie we saw together, actually. The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Nice. Yeah, that's honorable mention for me.
Uh-huh.
Probably would have been number 20 if
Star Wars hadn't pushed it out. That's funny. It's it was one that I think when we saw it, I was kind of just mostly kind of tepid on it. I thought about it, and I thought about the more I thought about it, the more I liked it. You know what I mean? It grew on me. And in the moment, I just thought it was kind of slow, and I didn't quite get all the themes right away. But then, as I was reading more about it, and as I thought more about it, I was just more respect for the artistic vision and what they were trying to say about home and just expectations and realizations about your childhood and things like that you don't really fully comprehend until you're an adult.
Yeah.
So that was just one of those things that like hit me later, and I was like, yeah, you know what, this is a great movie.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too about it. And then I got to actually hear the director and star, who are kind of, they're like the co-creators of it. I got to hear them speak, and then like, like
much bigger understanding of what they were going for.
Yeah,
and more respect for it. I like a movie like that. That, you know, you once you understand a little bit more about the vision and you do your due diligence in trying to figure it out, and then it comes more to life for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty awesome. Alrighty, cool. That's my number 20.
You want to go number 19 now?
Sure. My number 19 is, I don't know if you saw this one. It's Motherless Brooklyn.
I did not.
Yeah. It's cool. It's like, I don't know. It's a noir film.
Okay,
it's
I like a noir.
Classic. It's kind of a classic noir film. Same, like, era-wise and just everything about it, like thematically and everything, which is just across the board, like, entertaining to me no matter what kind of thing.
And this was Edward Norton starred and wrote and directed?
Yeah. I believe I don't know if he did all three. I know he definitely directed it.
I'm pretty sure I think he wrote it, so if you think he directed it.
And then he did all three, I think.
Guess so.
Yeah. I mean, it's really not like a super special movie or anything. It's got a great score, and I don't know. I just like noir, so whenever there's a modern twist on it, even though it was still set in like mobster era, like Brooklyn, like it still was cool. A little long, but still fun and entertaining.
All right.
And for you, number 19?
Number 19, this was also one that I don't know if it deserves to be on my list, but I may be, just biased, but it was Yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, I toyed around with that one at the bottom of my list.
As a Beatles fan,
it was fun.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you like the Beatles, you should like this movie.
Yeah, that's kind of.
And if you don't like the Beatles, who are you?
They are out there. Unfortunately, they're out there. It's weird. I can never, like, the people that I know that don't like the Beatles, like, there's just part of me that will never fully trust them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just can't wrap my head around it. Okay, so you want to go to number 18 then?
Yeah, number 18, I got Joker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did finally get around to seeing Joker. What did you think?
I thought it was, like, I kind of went into it, like, I guess with kind of lower expectations. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. I just had a bad feeling about it, and then I was like blown away by it. I think I don't even know it's just not your typical like comic book movie. I like these like R-rated like comic book movies that are coming out now. Like I think that's what all of them should be.
Yeah, I feel like most of them, at least up until this point, the R-rated ones are they've been mostly R because of more of like a comedic R take on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Deadpool situation.
Yeah.
This one was like
dark,
like hard R. You know what I mean? Like drama. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing.
Yeah.
There was no comedy to this movie at all, really. I mean.
A lot of laughter in the movie, but not a lot of comedy
for sure. So this was definitely like I don't know. It wasn't enough for me though. I mean, it was enough dramatically and with the hard R, but there was like all this discourse around it, and so it was just like, what am I gonna get in this movie? And then I was just like, oh, that's what they were talking about, sort of with it. But I mean, it was strong performance. Like I get the Joaquin Phoenix discussion for awards and whatnot, but I don't know. I just feel like it was like a R-rated Dark Knight. You know what I mean? Like it was just like a heavier like it belonged in that series, but if they had made that series like hard R, that just kind of would have been the same. I don't know. So I don't know. It was okay.
But I just think that, there's been so many like iconic performances of the Joker, and I think he did great, and
yeah, they're doing a lot of the like origin story Joker stuff recently. I don't know what it is. I just don't really care. You know what I mean? Like Suicide Squad and all that. So I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't watch a lot of the DC movies, but maybe I'm just a jerk. That could be it too.
Well, you don't have to watch them. I'll watch them, and then I'll do my little talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works perfectly fine for me. My number 18 is High Life, a space-ish movie.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am curious what you think.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But
it's like very aggressively sexual. But
yes.
But other than that.
The aggressively sexual is definitely the right.
I liked everything kind of surrounding the aggressively sexual stuff. Like I like everything that Robert Pattinson's doing these days. He's surprisingly
He's doing great.
Yeah. I don't know. It felt it was just like the whole movie was sci-fi, but like everything surrounding it was just very Earth. I don't know how to express it. Like there's like a whole garden on the spaceship, and like dirt is like a theme, and like rawness is a theme. Like just like very non-sci-fi themes in this sci-fi movie. So I thought that was like a interesting twist. Interesting twist. And I don't know. It just was very gripping and sad, but also it held my attention very, very firmly from the beginning. I was like, wow. Like, and it looked great too. Like, even though it was kind of like it seemed like kind of like a low budget.
Yeah,
sci-fi.
It did, but
it played really well on screen. Yeah. Regardless, it wasn't like Ad Astra where you can tell that they spent $100 million on special effects and whatnot, but they still managed to like probably more so than Ad Astra like hold my attention and visually.
Definitely.
Visually.
Yeah. Like this didn't make my list, but if I were to extend the list, this would be before Ad Astra.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that's all I have to say about High Life.
I thought Robert Pattinson was really great with the baby.
Yeah. Yep.
And then just the whole sex room thing.
Yeah.
Just like, to me, it just came out of nowhere and totally like threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's a little off-putting. There's some rapey stuff in there too, and it's just like,
yeah.
It was a stark contrast between sci-fi and like intense, like weird sexual stuff. Yeah. But still, a wholly original concept.
And it's got Andre 3000.
Yeah.
And not Bo Burnham, who I thought that was the entire time I was watching it.
Oh yeah, you told me that the other day. That was great.
Yeah. And then I also like the doctor lady. I forget her name, but I really like her.
Yeah. That's
French.
Yeah, don't bring it up because I'm gonna be upset that I don't for some reason can't. Juliette Binoche. Yeah. Yeah, man, she's good. Cool. Am I next or are you next?
That was your number 18?
Yep.
Then you're next for 17.
The Mustang.
I didn't get to see this.
Another one, I couldn't figure the order of what I wanted to do, High Life or Mustang higher. Mm-hmm. Just because like they were both like early in the year, super heavy drama, but like really good performances that I thought were like awards worthy, but they came out so early in the year that I was like, there's no way they're gonna last. You know what I mean? So Robert Pattinson, Juliette Binoche, sure, and then Matthias Schoenaerts and the Mustang, I thought was like insane. He's super good. You know what it's about?
I don't know what it's about. I went to the theater to see this movie. I'm sitting in the theater waiting for it to start. They come in and say like, "Oh, there's something wrong with our projector."
Oh yeah, I remember you told me that.
And so I didn't get to see it that day, and then I never got a chance to go back.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I think you probably see it somewhere now at this point, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, it's about like it's like prison programs where they work with horses as a form of not necessarily reintegration, but like I don't know, working with horses is like a work program in prisons for teaching compassion and just skill learning skills too, you know what I mean? So but yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Is there anything like that I don't even remember that. I was gonna say Sneaky Pete movie. Lean on Pete.
I never saw Lean on Pete, so
me either.
can't attest to that. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about the Mustang. It was very good.
All right. Well, maybe me and the listeners will go check it out.
I recommend it. Go ahead.
All right. For 17, for me, I got another Robert Pattinson vehicle, The Lighthouse.
Oh, okay.
Which, man, I don't know what was going on in that movie, but it was cool. It was cool, beautifully shot, and Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, I think, were excellent. But yeah, it was a trip.
Yeah. Once they lost me in the timeline, I couldn't follow it anymore, really, and that I know that was like intentional, but I don't have a problem with like timelines and stuff. If I can't figure out timelines, then I just get lost. But that being said, great performances, and yeah, like the whole, I don't know where they found that island and that lighthouse and everything. Like, it was just like the perfect setting, and like just maneuvering the cinematography around there was just like phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
is that like you don't think they like?
I guess maybe it could have been. It could have been all constructed. It looked so authentic that I just felt like they found some Scottish island or something like that where this was actually taking place, during that time period. And so I just figured that was the case. So
well, if anyone knows the answer to that, please.
We're dumb. We could just look it up. I mean, I'm not going to, obviously. But yeah, so you just like movies with fart jokes, like just.
Oh yeah.
Tons of them. So.
Yeah.
The Lighthouse. It's the fart joke movie of the year. It's nobody expected it, but it's the fart joke movie of the year.
Wait, I think there's something that could be a runner up for that, but I can't think of what it is, and when I do, I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, because it's definitely escaped me.
Like a fart.
God. So that was your 16?
That was my 17.
17. Okay, what's your 16?
You did your 17? Oh, that was the most.
Yeah.
My number 16 is Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh, we almost matched on this one.
Dang.
It's coming up.
Do you want me to change?
No, you're good. Good. Tell us about Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, it was. Or you don't want to save it until you.
No, I'll just when we get to it on my list, it's coming up. I'll just say this is Ford versus Ferrari, and then we'll move on.
Okay. Yeah. Fast cars and no. Well, first off, I like to say, I thought Christian Bale is such a good actor. I think he was great in this. And then also I don't remember her name, but whoever played his wife.
Oh yeah,
I really liked her.
What else was she in this year that like? I think she's in Richard Jewell.
Is she?
I think so. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. No, yeah, I'm thinking of somebody else. Her Her name is Catriona Balfe, unless that's somebody else.
Well, anyways, I really liked them, and I mean, Matt Damon's cool too. Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's just like, I guess, it
was a story I didn't know about and was super interesting.
Yeah,
and they made it super entertaining. I didn't expect to like a movie about cars.
Yeah, going into it, I was like, oh, it's just like a car movie. Like, I was like, whatever. Like,
what's this dad movie?
Yeah, that's exactly what I felt, and then I was just blown away by it. Makes me just want to get in one of those cars and just drive
funny,
fast.
Exciting. The sound was really good in it too, like the sound design and engineering and all that stuff. Like loud and awesome cars,
Yeah.
like jumped off the screen.
Loud, but like sounds good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch on? That was your number 16, right?
Yeah, and it has that one kid.
Noah Jupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in everything these days.
Yeah. Honey Boy, and what's the other one? He's in something else too, right?
Well, he was in Wonder.
He was?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I don't remember.
But yeah, he's in something else like this year.
Yeah. He's like having a breakout child actor year.
Yeah.
I'll look it up while you say whatever's next on your list, right? You're next. You got a double here, or did you just do
Did you do 16?
No, I haven't done 16 yet.
Then you should do 16.
My number 16, after I look up Noah Jupe, never mind, I don't know. He wasn't, those are the two that he was in this year.
Oh.
He's also in A Quiet Place. Is that what you're thinking of?
Oh, yeah, but that was last year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyways, okay. But anyways, he's having a good last 2 years.
Yeah.
This year, last year.
My number 16 is Greener Grass.
Man, honorable mention, man.
I like a movie that's just so weird that
is a trip.
Yeah. It's just like it's like suburban satire, but also like who can think of this stuff? You know what I mean? Like every scene is just like, what's happening? What are you doing?
Look, if I ever turned on like Adult Swim at 2 a.m. and this was on there, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, you said it was like Too Many Cooks, right?
It's like an extended Too Many Cooks.
The movie with a little more plot.
Yeah. But not much more.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even really describe it, so I'm not gonna explain to what it is.
You just gotta watch it. I think.
If you're into if you want to watch like a 90-minute
funny weird,
like super weird, but also very funny acid trip movie, then that's the one to see. Watch it with. I wanted to watch it with all of us, like a bunch of friends and stuff, but I never got a chance to, just to see everybody's reactions to it. It's one of those where you want to see what everybody else thinks of it, kind of. So, definitely check it out. It's VOD. You can get it a couple places, right?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
We rented it on
Amazon or Xbox.
I think Xbox, the Xbox or the Microsoft Store, wherever the heck they call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Do I go 2 now? 15?
Yeah.
My number 15 is Uncut Gems, which we just watched the other day.
Not to be confused with Richard Jewell.
Yeah. That's the Precious Stones back-to-backer.
Double feature.
Yeah, the Precious Stones double feature. The 2019 Precious Stones double feature is Uncut Gems and Richard Jewell.
Yeah.
One movie is far superior to the other. That would be the one that I'm talking about now.
Yes, I would agree.
Man, talk about stress-inducing or
seriously
nerve-wracking cinema. I've been listening to a lot of people talk about it on podcasts and stuff, how they had to stop it, sometimes just had to just stop it and take a break, or one person said, I can't remember which podcast it was, but she said that she literally paused the movie and screamed at the screen and then had to take a minute and then keep watching. Because, it's, I mean, I guess probably everybody knows at least one person who's kind of like an Adam Sandler-ish in this movie kind of person who, or whether it be, gambling addiction or what have you, you know what I mean? But like a person who lives so on the fringes of like rich and poor, I guess, kind of, or I don't even know.
Wow, that's a great way to describe that.
But he's just, I don't know. I feel like he's such in this movie, it's just like a representation of like that era too. Like
well, here's when I was watching the previews, I thought it took place a lot earlier than it did.
Mm-hmm. You thought it was like a late 90s thing? Is that what you thought?
Like mid 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
but then they started busting out iPhones. Like I was like, oh whoa, weird.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean they never really. I mean, I guess they kind of say just based on the Kevin Garnett inclusion would be the era that they're putting it in. But
that's true.
Yeah, I think that's kind of really the only tell in the movie of a specific. Like nobody says a year or anything, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, they talk about Kevin Garnett. You know, they have the first iPhones. I think it's the first iPhones.
Right.
And then they also say like, oh, this new guy, The Weeknd.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Who The Weeknd doesn't track for me. Like I don't.
For me, yeah.
I only know about The Weeknd like recently.
Yeah.
Like so.
I still don't kind of really know about The Weeknd.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know about him.
Weekend, I just know Saturday and Sunday, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about this guy. Man, that was a bad joke. Anyway, it's good. Adam Sandler is very good. There was one scene that I didn't really like. Most of the movie, he spent really impressing me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I know he can act. I know he's not just schmaltz.
Not just a funny guy.
Yeah.
Spanglish.
Yeah. Sure. But yeah, there was one scene that I was like, but the rest of it, I was just like, man, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he gets, if there's a strong push. The audience reaction to this movie is not great.
Really?
Yeah, the Rotten Tomato scores is like 50-something% or something like that. Well, I mean, the critic score is like 90-something, but the audience score, like, it's not being super well received by audiences, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything for awards consideration. So we'll see. But it made a lot of money this weekend, and I think it's tracking better. So
yeah, like that's like an edge of your seat, like heart pounding film. Like that's how I was feeling like watching it. Mm-hmm. And then
good stuff. That was one of my better thrillers of the year.
Yeah, that's definitely an honorable mention from me.
Nice. Okay, next.
I got Toy Story 4.
Oh, okay, I didn't see it. I'll get around to it.
Yeah,
it'll be nominated for best animated film. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to pick a favorite Toy Story movie, but I think this might be it now.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I don't know. It might just be because this is the one I've seen
most recently. Yeah, recency bias.
Yeah. But like, God, just...
I'm the only guy on the planet who didn't like Toy Story 3, so...
But I feel like I'm the only guy who doesn't like Toy Story 2.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
Yeah, like that's a lot of people's like favorite, and that's like my least favorite.
Yeah.
So, it's whatever.
It's Toy Story.
I mean, it's good no matter what. Like,
yeah, for sure. It seemed pretty intense, the little bits and pieces I saw of it at work.
Yeah.
Like, more intense than the other ones, kind of.
But, like, it's like it's another tearjerker. Like, just...
That's its whole existence, is to be a tearjerker.
Yeah. But, we need them. We need our tears to be jerked around.
If you say so. So then, what, you got 14 next?
Oh, am I going next now?
Well, we've been doubling, right?
Yeah, just don't remember.
You did Toy Story 4. Now you got another one.
Got it. Okay. 14 with the Honey Boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know you saw it.
Yeah.
Cool. What'd you think?
Well,
I mean, I know you liked it. It's number 14.
I did like it. It's number 14. I just think Shia LaBeouf is a phenomenal actor, and now he's a great screenwriter.
Somebody said to me the other day that he's like one of the only genuine artists. They thought he was still one of the only genuine artists.
He might be.
Yeah, I mean, and I thought that was.
I'm not gonna disagree with that, but I'm not also gonna agree with it.
Yeah, he's having a good
good year.
Good year, and
good. I think he's been on the rise since.
I'm happy that he's happy now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. There were some dark times for him, and
yeah, because of this movie.
Yeah, yes, exactly. But
I liked Honey Boy a lot for the first 2 acts. I thought they had a really tough time kind of wrapping it up, but I don't blame them for having a hard time wrapping up because it's kind of still. I mean, it's about his life. He's
still alive.
He's like 30 something. You know what I mean? Like he's not like an old dude. Like it's not like the story continues.
Yeah.
So they did a really good job.
So stay tuned for Honey Boy 2.
Yeah. I hope they don't do that. That would suck.
Honey Boy 2, even honeyer.
So what? I don't know what they did with the third act. I don't know. Like maybe if they had something else planned, but it didn't land where I thought it should have landed. But I mean, I'm not the writer. Where it should have landed isn't of. It's neither here nor there. But like I don't know. I just thought it was like a story without an ending, so there was really no way to pull it off. So
yeah, the third act did have like a couple, like left me wondering a couple things. Like a couple things didn't add up right to me, but other than that. I love Shia.
Yeah, for sure.
Ever since Transformers, man. Well, ever since Even Stevens, but
Yeah. Well, you got to see some recreations of some Even Stevens scenes. How was that?
And Transformers.
Yeah, that's true.
But there were no Transformers in those recreations.
Yeah.
That's why it's only number 14.
Budget, yeah. Too high budget for this movie. My number 14 is Ford vs. Ferrari, so we've discussed that.
We have.
So I will skip to my number 13, which I'm curious is whether or not it's on your list. It's The Irishman.
Oh, that is definitely not on my list.
Really?
Really?
I guess I'm not that surprised to hear that. I don't know. It's good. It's a great Scorsese movie. I wouldn't say it's in my top 5. But
definitely not in my top 5 Scorsese's.
Okay. But another. I mean, when he does a great movie, it's generally better than most other movies in that year. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. So that's why he made the list.
Yeah. I mean, I just thought that it was too long and kind of boring and like just kind of the same old stuff, but like not as good. It's to me it was like Goodfellas and Casino put together, but not good. Not as good, but not as good. It was good, but like I don't know. And I might just be a little like peeved at Scorsese for some of the remarks he's made.
Oh God. Okay.
Because
sure,
he can say that. I don't like. I would have rather him say that about Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker, because that's where I would agree with him. Mm-hmm. But I don't agree with him on the other things.
For sure. I just thought it was a really strong film, really well acted, and there are some specific scenes which are like some of the more memorable scenes of the year. I did think it was too long. I don't know if there's another way to tell the story shorter, so maybe I get it. And, you know, it's just kind of astonishing to me that he can still make a movie that strong year after year. You know, he's been doing it for so long. So, fully respect it, love it. Number 13.
Well, wait, hold up.
Go ahead.
Can you answer me this? So Robert De Niro, his character's name was Frankie?
Yeah.
Who was Frank talking to at that old folks home?
That's one of the things that I'm not too sure of, because they spend a lot of time just on very rare occasions cutting back to him talking to the camera.
Yeah.
And then there is a scene at the end where there are, I guess, I don't know if they're reporters or police officers or something, where they're saying, you know, why don't you just tell us the full story? You know what I mean? Like, because, you know, everyone's dead. It doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
You can help people out. So I imagine that there's some kind of crossover there, but they never really say definitively that he was talking to a reporter or something. You know what I mean? It's more like just talking to us, I guess.
So, who is your favorite? Who's your favorite performance out of all this?
Probably Pesci.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. I mean, De Niro's good. I just don't like. There's some really good like anti-aging technology out there these days. You know what I mean? Whether or not it's CGI and all that. I feel like this movie didn't necessarily have it. I mean,
it's no Gemini Man.
It's just very obvious. I mean, those guys are just getting up there. There's no way of making them 25 again.
I just don't like. Why couldn't they just have someone else play a younger Robert De Niro?
Because then there's just not enough De Niro in it. You know what I mean? And that's what Scorsese wanted to do, which is the clause.
De Niro got to play a younger Marlon Brando, and nobody.
Well, then you got Brando and De Niro instead of De Niro and some person.
Schmuck.
Yeah, some person nobody knows, because you can't cast another famous person to play De Niro because you know that they're not going to end up looking like that. I don't know. You
could have done Lucas Hedges.
Everybody knows Lucas Hedges from Honey Boy.
One more thing.
Uh-huh.
I think Scorsese should make a superhero movie.
He'll never do it.
I know he'll never do it, but he should make... He should reboot the Ninja Turtles.
I know you think this. You've told me this before.
That would be sick.
They should give him like a superhero script that is like super unknown, and then be like, this is not a superhero. Like, don't tell him it's a superhero movie, and then he'll just make it thinking it's like original, you know, IP, and then everybody's like, surprise, it's a superhero thing, and he'll be like, so.
Well, you could probably just give him a Ninja Turtle script, and he maybe doesn't even know who the Ninja Turtles are.
Yeah, maybe. I doubt it though. Everybody knows the Turtles.
Yeah, well, you never know. Maybe when he's like a little bit older and he like doesn't quite remember everything.
Once his mind starts to go.
Yeah, maybe, or then at that point he'll start like making Goodfellas again.
Yeah, that would be funny if he made Goodfellas again because he got really old and forgot that he made it already.
Yeah.
That's a good SNL skit, though. We should pitch that.
Should we write that down?
Okay, go ahead. Let me write that down. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We'll remember.
Okay. No, we won't. Well, it's on the podcast, so
yeah, for sure.
We're recording this.
Okay, so that was my 13. What's your 13?
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's coming up for me, too.
Oh, it was good, man. Like,
we got some overlap this year. It doesn't happen too much, though, you know?
Well, how many overlap have we had? Only 2 so far.
Yeah, but this is going to be 3, right?
No, this is number 2, right? Ford versus Ferrari and A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Wow.
Never mind. We don't agree on movies at all, and we have completely different lists.
At least not yet.
Yeah.
But, you know, we still have a ways to go.
Okay, tell me about A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
It's just sweet. It's just a sweet movie.
You know, Tom Hanks said he was never going to play a real person again, but he made the decision.
After Forrest Gump?
Yeah, no. But I think after playing Sully, and then he made the decision. He reversed the decision specifically for this movie.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
You know, one time he also said he was never going to do a sequel. And they did all the Toy Stories, and he did those freaking, like, Angel and Demon and whatever.
Mistakes.
So, he doesn't always... He doesn't... His word is not his bond.
Well, in this situation, I'm glad that's true.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'm also glad for the Toy Story sake. I like those other movies.
Right. But, I mean, this really isn't his story anyways. He's the supporting role.
He is, so,
yeah. Maybe that helped his decision, but did you saw the documentary from last year, right?
I did.
Yeah, so this was really a great... I don't know how it played for people who haven't seen that, but it played really well for me as a companion piece, specifically.
You know, one thing that really pisses me off about the documentary is that it did not get nominated.
Yeah.
And I think it should have.
Well, you may be disappointed again because this may not get nominated for stuff either.
I mean, it's only number 13 on my list.
So there's 12 other supporting actor performances.
No, well, I mean, there might be some supporting actor performances that didn't even make the movie list.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm making a joke, anyways. So
funny.
I'm not. I shouldn't be making jokes. This is a very serious subject.
Yeah.
Fred Rogers.
Fred.
Man, he just did such a great job. Like especially after knowing. I mean, I'm not a Mr. Rogers, expert, but like after watching that documentary, just watching him imitate him, I just feel like he nailed it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he's really just even the cadence and the attitude,
It just makes me feel bad that I never got to meet Fred Rogers.
He's really they say it in the movie. He's just like they don't like the term like saint. You know what I mean? Like he's.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna call him that.
Right, I was. But like he's.
I'm just gonna call him a good guy.
Yeah, he's just like
a good Samaritan.
The epitome of a good person, So great movie. Marielle Heller coming through. She's making good movies, except for that one I don't like.
Wait, remind me the other. I know we just talked about this. The other movies she's made.
Can You Ever Forgive Me?
That's right. I haven't seen that one.
And then this one, and then there might be another one, but I didn't like Diary of a Teenage Girl.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was just awkward. Like I just was like yelling at the screen, like don't make bad choices. So, but everybody else liked it, so good for them.
Yeah. What's your 13?
My 13 was The Irishman. We already discussed it.
Oh, so it's my 12.
Your 12.
My 12 is Detective Pikachu.
Oh no! It's probably around like somewhere between 21 and 30.
It's okay, yeah.
Because I like Pokemon, and it was fun. I had a good time. It's one of the better. I think it's still one of the better Pokemon movies. Like I feel like they made too many of the animated ones, but
definitely
the original ones. We were the perfect age for, and we loved Pokemon.
But ever since I got into Pokemon, I've been waiting for a live action Pokemon movie.
Yeah,
But
specifically, this wasn't what we were.
It wasn't for. What it's no, but but it was great. Like I'm glad they gave us this story instead of the Ash origin.
I don't know if I'm in agreement with that, but I did like it. So
I mean, I think the Ash origin will come someday.
Yeah,
but I just
feel like that's what they should start with, but. This was kind of a test, and unfortunately, it kind of failed that test. So we'll see if it gets made. That's why I was saying it probably would have been better if they started with, started from the Pokemon situation at the beginning. You know what I mean? Maybe it would have done better.
I don't know.
But we'll see.
I liked it.
Yeah, so did I. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Well, nothing else to say? You all saw it.
Did they?
No, they didn't. That's why I didn't make as much money as they should have.
Yeah. They were all still watching other movies.
All right.
Okay. Well, y'all can see the next one.
What number was that?
That was 12.
Okay. Is it my 12 now?
It's your 12 now.
My 12 is The Farewell.
Oh. That one's coming up for me.
Oh, is it? Good. The Farewell. I saw that so long ago now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, but I mean, it's great. I want to watch it again. This is another one. This is one of the big ones on the list where I wanted to watch it again, so that I could try to figure out where specifically it should have been on the list. Mm-hmm. So it may go higher. I doubt it'll go lower, but it may go higher. It was one that I just was like, this. I'm just gonna just kind of be okay or kind of like this movie. Mm-hmm. Kind of like how I'm approaching Little Women. Like it's just gonna be like okay for me.
Yeah.
But it's really good. It's a strong. Another couple more strong performances. Well, a few strong performances. I like her. What's her name? Awkwafina. Mm-hmm. She was in some other stuff that I didn't like, but like
Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah. But like
and Ocean's 8.
Yeah, I didn't really like that either.
I mean, I like both those movies, but
she was kind of the better parts of those. I mean, I didn't finish Crazy Rich Asians because I just couldn't. But she was the better parts of those movies. But she's just kind of like comic relief and everything else. So it was really nice to see her in this doing some real work and like what a crazy like cultural story, like shift, you know what I mean, like something almost completely opposite of what you would get here, so man, more stories like that for real, like
like around here it's like we can't wait to tell somebody they're dying.
It's part of our culture to just let people know you're dying. But yeah, great movie. You saw it. It's coming up. Do you want to say stuff now, or do you want to?
We kind of covered.
How far ahead is it?
It's just a couple more away.
Right, exactly. So, if there's anything else you want to add it now.
No, I mean, I think we covered it. Like,
yeah.
I think, there are a lot of, great, female performances this year, but this is one that I would like to see a nomination for Awkwafina.
Let's champion it.
Okay.
Go see The Farewell. Vote for it if you're a voting member.
An Oscar guy or girl.
Oscar guy or girl.
Oscar person.
All right, go ahead.
Number 11.
Oh wait, no, is it my number 11? Oh, it's fine. My number 11 is Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. So we discussed that.
Yeah, we did.
That's my 2. So Farewell and then Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Okay. 12 and 11.
My number 11 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh. That's coming up for me.
Yeah.
Well, not anytime soon, but.
Oh. Well. Yeah, like. First thing I want to say about this movie is like, it was super long. Well, not, it's not Irishman long, but it was long, but like, it didn't feel long to me. Like when it got to the end, like I honestly thought it was only halfway through. Mm-hmm. I thought it like kind of like started off slow, and then all of a sudden we're at the end, and I'm like, oh shit, it's over.
It's crept up on you.
But Brad Pitt is like super cool. Like I wish I was him. And like, DiCaprio, great to have him back.
Somebody asked me the other day who was the defining performance in that movie, and I was just like, well, Brad Pitt, but also like, don't ask me that question. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, come on, it's across the board awesome. Yeah. It's Tarantino's like most subdued, which I thought I never would have thought I would have wanted that. You know what I mean? Like it's just his respect for this era of film, and he's just like, we're just gonna live in it for 2.5 hours, and then at the end I'll be Tarantino. You know what I mean? Like the last 20 minutes, like we'll get exactly what you the rest of you came for. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's
and I know there's a lot of like frustration with the way Bruce Lee was portrayed.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like I don't think they understand that that's not. This is how he's portrayed that's just how he's portrayed in Brad Pitt's character's mind. Like if he had that encounter with him, how it would go down. Mm-hmm. That's not actually how anyone thinks of Bruce Lee, or it's more of a...
I mean, the movie is like, revisionist history. You know what I mean? It's
but like...
I know that it was still an attempt at keeping everything to that era, you know what I mean? Authentic. But, I mean, if you're going to accept the ending, then it's not a far cry to accept that Bruce Lee was a dick for like 5 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe Bruce Lee was a dick, but I don't know.
Well, apparently he wasn't.
Okay. Well,
But I don't know. I've never met Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Maybe he was.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I will hold judgment. Yeah. I'm not going to let this film sully anything I think about Bruce Lee. Like if somebody's like, I love Bruce Lee, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, well did you see his scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? He was a dick. That's not how it's going to go down.
Yeah.
So at least for us, maybe some people are like, oh, you know what? Some people
definitely will.
Yeah. You know what, Bruce Lee? Yeah. So I guess that's irresponsible, but whatever. Worked for me. That was a hilarious scene. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I love that movie too. It's great. Yeah. It's higher up on my list. We'll get there.
Good.
So did you do 2?
I think so.
What number was that for you?
11.
Yep. My number 11 was Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. And then you did your number 10 or no?
Oh, no, I haven't done number 10.
Okay, we're in the top 10 now.
Okay, well, number 10 I got as The Farewell.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I just told you about it.
You did.
Yeah. Awesome. My number 10 is The Art of Self-Defense.
Nice.
Did you see it?
Yeah, that was a good movie. Mm-hmm. And that
dark comedies, man. They're really good. Yeah. Well, not all of them, but like this one for sure.
Yeah. You know, I'm not usually a fan of Jesse Eisenberg, but I was
for this one.
For this.
Yeah. I'd say the exact same thing about Imogen Poots. I'm just kidding. I've only seen her in a couple of things. Right. Yeah, really so tongue-in-cheek and like not an act, like nobody laughs the whole movie, you know, like just straight-faced, like this is hilarious, like, but so dark. I don't even really know like what else to say about it. Like it's just, do you like karate? Do you like messed up humor? Boom, go see The Art of Self-Defense. Yeah. It's just such a small movie that not a lot of people see it. It didn't play a lot of places. Yeah. So, which is unfortunate. But I guess it's not for everyone too. So, all right, whatever.
But for the people that it is for and missed it, go see it.
Check it out. It's probably somewhere at this point, right? Netflix or Hulu. I don't know.
Maybe. Rent it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Amazon.
If you like a movie that really nails toxic masculinity, boom, this one for sure. Yeah. Love it.
Do we have time for a pee break?
We have time for a pee break. We'll be right back after this pee break. All right, pee break over. Time for number 9.
How was your pee?
I didn't pee, you did.
Oh, just me?
Yeah, just you. Number 9 for me is Marriage Story.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Make your list or no?
It made my list.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Performances.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. After the main scene where they're having an argument in his apartment, the one that has been memified and is all over the internet. After that, I was just like, well, you know, this conversation's over. These two are the winners, you know? Mm-hmm. So, but I mean, super powerful stuff. So messy, divorce, you know?
Yeah. And like such a it's like simple story, but just like, I don't know, written very well. Like,
yeah, who would have thought? Noah Baumbach, he doesn't do writing. He just says, here's point A, point B, go to it. You know? Yeah.
Just like just a little glimpse into this life, and then
it's just like
not really a plot, everyone, just like nobody. It's just going through a divorce.
Yeah,
and it's crazy.
Super powerful stuff, man.
But man, ScarJo, what a year she's having.
Yeah, for real. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, and then Adam Driver.
what a year he's having. You know,
he's having a good year.
We'll get into that later. Great. Well, we had okay, what's your number 9?
We are
us. Yeah, us.
Yeah,
it's coming up for me too,
man. And I personally like this film better than Get Out.
Personally, me too. I do.
I don't know that everyone else feels that way.
Yeah, I don't think that anyone else feels that way. I think we're alone in that.
Yeah, but
I don't know exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I guess Get Out had more to say about like the current discourse, but like this one, at least for me, was the more exciting film, or like the more
definitely.
Maybe it's just Lupita Nyong'o. It could be, at least for me, like she was just so good in this that like she just had my attention the whole time.
Yeah,
it's just I hope she gets nominated for something. I really do.
I hope she gets the nomination too.
This is just one of those performances where it's like, if anybody else had tried it, it's just like you don't know if it probably wouldn't have worked out. You know, like she just pulling off the dual role. You know.
Yeah. Man.
I probably have some Santa Cruz bias too. You know what I mean? That could be it.
Yeah.
But
this Jordan Peele guy, I like him.
Yeah. The master of horror somehow.
Who would have thought?
All right, that was your number 9?
Yeah.
All right. You want to hit us with your number 8?
Oh, yeah. I know this is going to be lower down on your list. Knives Out.
Another one that will be coming up shortly for me.
What a fun murder mystery. It's, honestly, I think it's like... It's in this day and age, it's hard to have a good murder mystery, I think.
Or anything with a non-predictable twist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't know if it's just because we've seen it all before, or if movies just get spoiled by either people talking about it or they give too much away in the trailer. But, we did see it before the majority of the people. Yeah. So I don't know, had we seen it later, I don't know if it would have been spoiled. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just one of the more entertaining or actually just fun times at the movies, I guess, or fun films, and just all these other movies have some other aspect to them that are depressing or dramatic or whatever. This one is just just wall-to-wall entertainment for entertainment's sake. And I like that.
And what a cast.
Yeah.
I think one of the...
Even after that Star Wars that everyone hated, everybody was still on board to be in the next Rian Johnson film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone hated that Star Wars.
Yeah, I didn't hate it, so...
Freaking loved it.
Mm. I have even more respect for it now. But yeah, Knives Out, one of the best movies of the year.
Oh.
We'll see where it ranks on my list. That's your number 8?
Now, so Rian Johnson directed it and wrote it?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
What a talent. Has he not written any of his movies? I think he only really directs the stuff that he wrote,
okay.
Right? I think.
Because he did that with Star Wars.
Sure. Yeah,
and he did that with Brick and Looper.
He definitely wrote Brick. Looper.
Oh, yeah, Brick for sure.
Looper is the one that I'm not 100% on whether or not he wrote it, but I think he did. So.
All right. So
that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
And my number 8 is one I know that you caught up with towards the end here, but I don't know if you liked it or not because we haven't really talked about it, is Dolomite Is My Name.
I have seen that. Didn't make my list, but it was great.
Yeah, good movie.
Yeah.
So funny. I think, we've done this for a few years now, but I like movies about making movies.
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah. So that was the one for me this year, the movie about making movies that I really loved. And I'm a big sucker for Eddie Murphy, even though he hasn't done anything that I've really liked in a long time.
But this seems to be the resurgence of Eddie Murphy.
Welcome back, my dude. You know.
No more Shrek movies, though, please.
Yeah, please. My God. Or Adventures of Pluto Nash. or another real strong one.
Give us the Coming to America sequel, and then give me another Beverly Hills Cop.
That's both of those I think are happening. Both of those that scares me. Both of those scare me deeply. But after Dolomite, I'm excited to see how it unravels from here. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that he gets some more awards consideration. I do believe he's got the
Globe nominee?
The Globe nom for comedy / musical. And thank God this wasn't a musical. Or else it would have been much lower on my list.
But it would still made it?
No, I mean like on my list of
100?
Of 100 movies I saw this year. But yeah, so I got to see it again to really solidify it there. But I'm pretty confident that's the spot it's going to live in, number 8 for me.
All right,
number 7. Am I going to number 7?
You're number 7.
My number 7 is Parasite.
Nice. That's lower down on my list.
Ooh. I was curious about that because I know you did finally get around to it. Man.
Finally.
Fucking, like, what a great movie. Like, just... I had I went in with no expectations, like, not really knowing, just...
Yeah, I didn't know what it was about.
And it was just, like, at first I was like, oh, what's this going to be about? And then it was, like, super entertaining, like, the whole, the family doing, kind of this grift, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it went down the thriller hole hard. And I was like, Jesus Christ, where is this going? Yeah. What, like... It was
a wild ride from start to finish.
Which is an original wild ride.
And like...
That I don't see anymore. Like...
And I just think it was like the cinematography, it was like perfectly shot. Uh-huh. Like every scene was just like damn, that looks good.
What a perfect set too, like set piece that house is.
Yeah.
It's like another... I hate it when people say, oh, the house is another character. Like, but like, yeah, for real this time, like, what a trip that movie is. It's just so many things and so much to unpack. See Parasite, man. Definitely see it. It's so good.
Like, I mean, I haven't seen all the other foreign films, but it seems like it's going to be the clear winner.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine any of them being as good. I mean, we haven't seen
Pain and Glory.
I mean, The Farewell is generally one that's considered foreign that is also very good.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. but still, I think this will win.
Yeah, this is just a whole other beast. You know what I mean? Bong Joon-ho, man, he makes good movies.
It's crazy.
And this one is his best. It is, for sure. I like the other ones, but this one for sure.
So Snowpiercer were some of the other ones.
Okja.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one still.
And The Host, which I still haven't seen.
I still have not seen that.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the best one. Go see it.
All right,
we are on to number...
Is that what that was your 7?
My 7.
Okay, so my 7 is Marriage Story.
Okay. Cool. Pretty high up there. That's good. Nice.
Yeah, just such powerful performances. That's really... I mean, that's all...
That's the acting movie this year.
Yeah.
Like, probably number 1.
Yeah. And even like, even the smaller Alan Arkin. Wait, Alan Arkin or Alan Alda? Alan Alda. Alan Alda, Laura Dern, and what's his name? Goodfella.
He's a good fella.
The Goodfella from Goodfellas. Ray.
You were gonna say Ray Romano, weren't you?
No.
Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta. Yeah. Like they were just like, nice to have in there as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love Laura Dern.
Yeah. She's gonna win it. You heard it here first. Supporting actress.
Really? You think so?
Yep.
Okay.
What? You don't think so?
I mean, I'm okay if she does. But she's not my pick if I was in charge of that.
Okay.
But
I mean, she's not my pick either, but also she's gonna win it. So.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Awesome. Okay, so that was your 7, right?
Yes.
So then you go to 6 next.
My 6 is the Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh, coming up for me too. Not next, but I think there's only 2 movies left to talk about after this.
No.
For me.
Okay. Yeah,
this is my Shia movie of the year.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is my Shia the movie of the year too, because it's higher than Honey Boy.
Right, yeah. But, I mean, Honey Boy didn't make my top 20, but it was good.
Yeah. Man, it's just, like, a sweet, like, original story. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like the sweetest darn film of the decade.
It really is.
I stole that from the poster that you have right behind you.
Over my head, yeah. I see it now. It's funny because people have kind of been describing it to me in those words.
But I mean, it really...
They were just like cheaply getting it off of the poster.
I mean, but like... I mean, it kind of really is.
Yeah.
Like... And, you know, it's... You know... The lead... Well, who is the lead? Is it...
Zach Gostigan.
Okay.
Or Zach Gostigan.
I mean, I think it's just great to, like, give that role to him instead of, like, having someone else play that role when they're not.
He is a friend of the directors, and the directors wrote him it specifically around him.
Oh, that's cool.
He was like, I want to be a movie star. And they're like, hell yeah.
That's so cool.
Hell yeah, you do.
And these guys are from here.
One of them is from here.
Okay.
From Santa Rosa.
Yeah.
And the other one is from, I think, somewhere near where they shot the movie, which I believe is like North Carolina.
Louisiana. Oh, North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's got the Louisiana look to it, but
yeah.
I think they filmed it like in North Carolina.
Okay, cool.
Or in the Carolinas somewhere.
Oh, that makes more sense, I think, just from remembering the film. Mm. But, yeah, like...
Hey, it turns out I kind of like Dakota Johnson, right?
Yeah. I mean...
I wasn't expecting that.
I've never, like... disliked her because I've never seen the 50 Shades of Grey movies.
Yeah, that's true. Me neither. And I do like
Bad Times at El
Royale.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's cool.
Yeah,
I like her. Let's not talk too much about it. Let's just say, hey, if you haven't seen The Peanut Butter Falcon, it's one of our favorite movies of the year. You should definitely make time for it.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not making a lot of lists because it didn't get a big release. So you probably either haven't heard of it or just kind of passed it by because it was like a midsummer release when you were out watching stupid Avengers movies or whatever.
Well, okay. Careful with those words.
Yeah. I know. We're getting there. Number 6 for me is Booksmart.
Yeah.
Great comedy.
Great. Honorable mention for me.
Oh, okay. I don't see a lot of like just straightforward comedies like making lists anymore. But this one deserves it. I love this movie. It's so funny, and it's like a legitimate I like a good high school representation. You know what I mean? Like things that feel like authentic. You know what I mean for high school, and this one for sure definitely felt like that. And those 2 lead performances, I want to see them get nominated for stuff.
I want to see them in more things.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
and great job, Olivia Wilde.
Yeah.
Like, this was her first time directing, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
She did great. I can't wait to see the next films she directs.
She's in
Richard Jewell. Not to be confused with Uncut Gems.
Yeah. The 2019 double feature.
Precious Stones double feature.
Booksmart is now streaming on Hulu. You can check it out.
Go watch it
anytime.
If you don't have Hulu, get a friend who does.
Yeah. All right, that's cool for me. Number 6, and now I do my number 5, which is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which we have talked about.
We sure have.
And then so your number 5 is
John Wick 3.
Oh no.
Parabellum. What? You don't like John Wick?
No, it's great. They're all the same. They're all great, but
they're not all the same because I think this is the best one.
Okay, tell me why.
Because like I think it's the most beautiful one out of the three. I mean, it's been a while since I saw the other two. Plus, this is my favorite Halle Berry role of all time now.
Okay.
Like, she's cool and all, but like now she's like super cool in my book.
All right. She hasn't done much in the past like few years. She's kind of
right, but like
time off or something. So.
Yeah, and then she's badass in this movie. Like.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, I love the John Wick movies, and 3 was great too. I enjoyed it. I just
I just think when you use a horse to kick somebody to death, that's tight, and you're gonna make my list regardless.
I just don't know if there's enough substance there for me to include it.
Sometimes I don't need substance.
That's fine. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, that was your number
5.
Okay, what's your number 4?
Waves.
Oh, you saw Waves. I didn't even get a chance to see it.
Yeah,
that should have been on my list of ones that...
it should have been.
Yeah. It will be now.
Dude. Oh, man.
See, this is the response I've been hearing from everybody who talks about this movie.
Yeah.
But there was nowhere for me to see it. I never found anywhere I could watch it. So
San Francisco, baby.
Yeah. But even then, it's not playing there anymore. It was probably there for 2 weeks and then gone. You know what I mean? So
maybe I got it towards the end of when it was there. But man, it holy shit. The stuff that the main kids go through, you're just fuck, man.
So is it what would you anything you could compare it to, or no,
I can't think of that right now, but man, it's oh fuck. Sorry for my pardon my French, but it's one of the movies that just thinking about it after seeing it gets me all emotional.
Some people have compared it to Moonlight. Is that a good comparison? Bad comparison?
I think that's a fair comparison.
Okay.
But yeah,
just powerful.
Powerful, yes. Just the last time I saw a movie that made me cry afterwards, just thinking about it, was 50-50.
Oh, okay.
So since then,
nothing.
I only cried during the movie, not after. But this one made me cry after.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We can leave it at that.
And Sterling K. Brown is jacked in this movie, man. I've never seen This Is Us, so maybe
isn't he just
I've heard he's a dad.
He's just in this movie, right? In Waves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he's not like a bodybuilder or something. You say he's jacked.
No, he's just a jacked dad. He's just a jacked dad. He works in construction, and he's got a bum knee, but man, he is ripped. It's crazy, man.
Awesome. That's what made you cry about it later?
Yeah, I was like, I'll never look like that.
All right.
All right. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Us.
Oh,
which we
yeah.
previously discussed.
Hell yeah.
And then beyond that, my number 3 is The Peanut Butter Falcon.
Hell
which
yeah.
we also previously discussed.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what's your number 3?
Well, my number 3 is something we've also previously discussed, and that's Parasite.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice. So that's been previously discussed.
Yeah.
So now we're down to it. What's your number 2?
Well,
have we discussed your number 2 yet?
It hasn't made it's.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's not on your list.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what it is.
I do know what it is. Should we skip it or should?
It is Cats. Just kidding, everyone. Not a surprise to Trevor, but my number 2 is Avengers Endgame.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, discuss.
I don't need to discuss much. You know, it's just.
You like superhero movies?
I love superhero movies.
They wrapped it all up, so.
They wrapped it all up, and Captain America got the whole Thor's hammer, and yeah.
Number 2. All right.
I'll keep it short for you.
That's fine. My number 2 we've already discussed, so. Do you know what it is? You should be able to decipher it at this point.
Knives Out?
Yeah, Knives Out. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Good one.
And I know what your number 1 is because it's the same as mine.
That's funny. I don't think this has ever happened before, right?
That we had the same
number 1?
Oh, same number 1, probably not.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. Because usually your number 1's like Avengers or like Star Wars or whatever, right?
Yeah, well, what was my number 1 last year?
Last Jedi?
Well, that was 2 years ago.
Oh, that was 2 years ago.
So maybe my number 1 was Infinity War last year? I don't know. I honestly remember. Yeah. I mean, it could have been.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's so disappointing. I can hear it in your voice that it's disappointing for you. All right, go ahead. You can tell everybody what the number 1 movie of the year is.
Jojo Rabbit. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and go see it right now.
Do you like Nazis? Do you like... Then you're going to hate this movie.
No, but it's... Oh, God. It's seriously, like... It's like the perfect balance of laughing and crying.
Comedy and drama. Funny and serious.
Yes. Taika Waititi, watch all his movies. Anything he does, watch it. If you don't...
He's the director of our generation.
Yes. Man.
And
director of the decade.
The next movie
director of their generation. Director of a life.
The next movie he's going to make is like about soccer. I'm going to go see it like 5 times probably.
Yeah. And I don't even like soccer.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it's better than basketball, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's about the same for me. It's not hockey, so...
Yeah. If it's not hockey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Wait, what movie is this that he's...
Oh, I don't know. I just heard about it the other day. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that.
It's got a strong cast.
Oh.
The previously mentioned best supporting actress role.
Yeah. This is what I want to win.
Mm. But the question is whether the nomination will happen.
Okay, so I saw this 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3rd time I saw it, I came to the realization that, for me, like Scarlett Johansson is really what puts the bow
on this movie.
Mm-hmm.
She's a much better mother in this movie than she is in Marriage Story.
Is she a bad mother in Marriage Story?
She's not a bad mother, but she's putting her kid in a situation. They're both putting their kid in a situation, undesirable situation.
Right.
That doesn't need to happen in Marriage Story.
Yes.
Whereas her and Jojo Rabbit would never do that. Yeah. So.
But like, what a year for ScarJo.
What's up?
What a year for ScarJo.
Oh, I thought it said, what are you here for ScarJo? It's like, I hear that she's good at acting. Yeah, and, kid actors too. Good stuff, man.
Oh, I want myself a Yorkie.
Did you know that Yorkie is going to be the new Home Alone kid?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was not excited for that until I heard that. So...
I will watch anything with Yorkie in it for the rest of my life.
I'm trying to remember what his name is. Oh, Archie Yates.
Archie Yates. What a great name. What a cute little guy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both cute little guys.
He's just a fat kid in a fat kid's body.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about this movie to where you just need to go see it. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't even it shouldn't have come to this point where you haven't seen the movie yet and you're listening to this.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Just
we're already disappointed in you.
Yes.
Listening that haven't seen it.
And if you don't see it, we're going to be even more disappointed in you.
Just turn it off now.
Yeah.
The podcast, not the movie.
Definitely. Yeah. Turn this off and go watch the movie. I don't want you to listen to any more podcasts until you see the movie.
Seems like a good place to wrap it up. That's our top. That's our top 20. You want to recap your 10 just so that people can write it down, or?
Yeah. 10 goes: The Farewell, Us, Knives Out, Marriage Story, The Peanut Butter Falcon, John Wick 3, Parabellum, Waves, Parasite, Avengers Endgame, and Jojo Rabbit.
My 10 are The Art of Self-Defense, Marriage Story, Dolomite Is My Name, Parasite, Booksmart, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Us, The Peanut Butter Falcon, Knives Out, and Jojo Rabbit.
Fun fact, 10 of our top 20 are on each other's list.
Overlaps.
Yes.
We have a 50% overlap. Yeah. Nice.
And also funny is, out of the 100 movies that you've seen, I've only seen about 50% of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just wait till you see the rest of them, and then your list will become my list. Cool. So we got that done. Did you want to talk about honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got a couple here.
I mean, we did discuss some of them as we went along.
Yes. I got a couple more here. Leaving Neverland. I don't even know if does this count as a movie or is it a...
Oh,
it was a
Michael
2-part... On HBO, yeah.
Yeah.
On HBO, it was 2 parts.
It played Sundance. I'll count it.
Okay. But that was like, whoa. That was... I'm just glad he's not alive today. Like, you know.
Yeah. I still haven't seen it.
Man. It's...
I couldn't find the first part. All I could find online was the second part. And so I just, didn't want to start watching just the second part.
You should have just borrowed my HBO account.
I don't have HBO, so I have to steal it from you.
Well, that's what I was saying. You should.
Well, if you offer it to me as borrowing, then I can't steal it.
Okay.
So you got some other mentions?
Hustlers.
Yeah, I liked Hustlers. It was good.
I really liked it.
Okay.
I mean, mainly because of J-Lo.
Mm-hmm.
But, damn, dude, she's 50.
Yeah.
And she's hustling.
That's the name of the movie.
Do you have... best soundtrack of the year goes to The Boy Band Con, the Luke Perlman story. Uh-huh. Not to be confused with The Hellboy Con, the Ron Perlman story.
Is that a thing?
No.
That would have been hilarious. That's good.
That is a joke that I made
I like it.
for the podcast.
That's nice. Very, very good. Any other ones you want to mention?
Those are pretty much all my honorable mentions.
I mean, there's other stuff worth
mentioning.
Festival stuff always that I don't ever know if is ever going to get released.
I'd like to honorably mention the performances in Richard Jewell, but I didn't really care for the movie.
Yeah.
I liked the movie, but it's not anything special.
Yeah.
Or great. Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah, but everyone in that movie was great, I thought.
I'd like to mention a couple of other very funny movies. I thought Good Boys was very funny.
Yes.
Worth checking out if you like, those kids.
Yeah.
Saying the F word.
Do you want to maybe just go into our next segment of this or that?
Sure, we can do that.
Because maybe this will have some stuff.
Let's play this or that.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you some options here, and you tell us, me and the audience, which one you would recommend.
Okay.
So first, I got Fire or Fire Fraud.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Which one is which? I'm trying to remember.
Great question.
Yeah.
I think Fire is the Netflix one. I think
whichever one was not produced by the company because there's two. One was like an independently made one, and then one was produced by the marketing company that promoted the Fire Festival.
Okay.
That got stiffed, so they made a movie about it. That one was not as good because it seemed like they had like a vested interest in like taking them down specifically.
Does the one that you like have the guy that wanted to suck dick for water?
I think so.
Pardon my French.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the one you like?
I think so.
Okay, then I think that's the Netflix one.
Okay, and I think it's the Netflix one.
Okay, so
better. I mean, they're the same, but like one was just a little bit better than the other, and I think that's the one that
Rocket Man or Blinded by the Light?
Blinded by the Light for sure.
Okay,
because it's not a musical.
Adopt a Highway or The Highwaymen?
Oh, interesting. I thought Adopt a Highway was better for me, but I feel like most people would like The Highwayman better.
Okay. Angry Birds 2 or The Hummingbird Project?
The Hummingbird Project I thought was super interesting.
All right.
Even though it didn't, like, nobody even knows what that movie is, but everybody knows what the Angry Bird movie 2 is.
Yeah. Good Boys or Boys in the Woods?
Oh, that's interesting because I liked both of those. Good Boys is pretty funny, but Boys in the Wood is like a better made comedy. Okay. Although the accents are really tough to follow.
So maybe just both.
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend both, but I think Boys in the Wood is a better movie.
All right, Boys in the Wood, better movie. So when I saw Good Boys, the first time in the theater, I couldn't even like really understand anything they were saying because the theater was laughing so loud.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is great. Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel or Spider-Man: Far From Home?
I'll go with Captain Marvel. I like Brie Larson.
But you also like Jake Gyllenhaal.
I do, but I feel like that wasn't like a super strong performance by him, and Spider-Man bores me these days.
Okay. Ad Astra or The Aeronauts?
For story, Ad Astra. For visuals, Aeronauts. It was because it was filmed specifically for IMAX. The Aeronauts was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you see it in IMAX?
No, because it didn't. I don't think it eventually got an IMAX release. I think they pushed it out to regular theaters instead.
I only saw it on my iPad.
Well, it's Aeronauts is like the visuals in it are really only like a few scenes. You know what I mean? But they're really awesome. And then Ad Astra is just kind of like wall to wall that. So.
Driven or Stuber?
Oh yeah, Driven is the one about what's his face, the DeLorean guy, John DeLorean. What was the other one?
Stuber.
Stuber's way funnier and way more entertaining. Driven's more interesting.
Okay. The Two Popes or Between Two Ferns, the movie?
The Two Popes for sure.
Okay.
That's a good. It's a great movie. It was close to my top 20 for sure.
All right, and then for the last one, we got 3 here. The Kid, the King, or the Kid Who Would Be King?
Nice. Let's see. The King. What's the King?
With Timothée Chalamet.
Oh yeah. That one.
Yeah.
So wait. So the kid.
The Kid
is
the
Western.
Yeah.
I like that one. That was that one was decent. The King I think is the best, and the Kid Who Would Be King is the worst.
Okay.
Although I was kind of disappointed that was the worst because I like that director. He did Attack the Block.
I still haven't seen that.
Which is a good
I really
movie.
want to see that movie.
I was just this was just an IP I didn't care about. So.
All right. Yeah. Robert Pattinson, man.
Yeah.
What a year.
Yeah.
All right. So time for our stinker spotlight.
That was a fun segment. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Stinker spotlight. So we're gonna talk about our bottom 5 then, right?
Yes. You want to go first?
Sure. I'll say. Well, I'm gonna preface it like I told you I was gonna preface it.
Yeah.
I'm real good at sniffing out the stinkers ahead of time and not seeing them.
Yeah.
So these ones at the bottom like aren't even really all that bad. Like I didn't like them, but like they're definitely not the worst movies of the year. I didn't see Cats. Like I didn't see most of the like big summer releases just because I knew I wasn't gonna like them.
You didn't see Dumbo.
Yeah, I didn't see Dumbo, Lion King,
or Aladdin.
Like, you know what I mean. So
which is why I couldn't ask you Dumbo, Aladdin, or Lion King.
Right, for sure. So
you could have asked me, but that's all.
Oh yeah. Well, go ahead. Which was the best shitty Disney remake into a live action?
Probably The Lion King.
And would you place that over The Jungle Book?
No, I think I liked The Jungle Book better.
Jungle Book's the best one. Good. That's what everybody seems to think so far that I've asked. So I'm not disappointed that I didn't see the other ones yet. So,
but I think all those movies
be the best one.
I don't know. Because it's not like a musical, so there's no "I'll make a man out of you" then.
Yeah.
Which is
the best part.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any music.
But I will say that all of those movies are better than any of the Alice in Wonderland live action movies.
Okay. I think I've seen the first one, but I don't think I've seen any other than that.
I think there's only two.
Is there only two?
And I also like them better than those pirate movies, Pirates of the Caribbean movies, whatever.
That's fine.
At me.
Nobody's talking about those movies anymore. Okay, so are you starting with like your worst one or?
No, I'm starting with like my least worst one.
Okay, go ahead.
So my least worst one is Cats.
Okay.
Because
still in your bottom 5, but
in my bottom 5, like I had no idea what the heck was going on. Mm-hmm. But went with a group of friends. Had some wine,
had some laughs.
Like we were laughing while the other 4 people in the theater were, I think, taking it serious. Mm-hmm. And I think just going into it, if you go into it and you don't take it serious, you could have an okay time. Mm-hmm. But I think what made it worse for me is that we saw the enhanced graphics version.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think that was worse?
I think it would have been better beforehand.
The crappier CGI.
Yeah.
Okay.
But whatever.
Okay. Happy to see it make your list.
Number 4, Hellboy.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Real bad?
Like, I really like David Harbour. I'm excited for the stuff he does. Mm. This was just, like, bad. The only good part of this movie is at the end. There's, like, this scene where, like, all these, like, monsters come out from, like, hell or something, and they're pretty badass.
Okay.
But it's such a short scene.
Yeah.
I would have just, like, 90 minutes of just that. That would have been cool. But it wasn't, and it was real bad.
Okay. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Well, I picked it for our summer movie draft, but I should have known not to pick it because it was definitely something I wasn't going to go see. So that should have been my first sign. I do have one that's my, I guess, 5th from the bottom. That's a festival movie that was real bad, but I don't think it's going to get a release, so I don't think it's worth mentioning. So the next one...
Well, why don't you just mention it anyway?
It's called Francis Ferguson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's heard of it, and I don't think anybody will see it.
All right.
Probably. So I'm going to go with the one above that, which is Cold Pursuit.
Yeah.
Which is a Liam Neeson snow movie. Which kind of played as like racist and like...
Oh.
Like... I don't know. I just felt like the Native American representation in that movie was real bad. And
okay.
Other than that, it was just like real kind of silly.
Did you see Daddy's Home 2?
No, of course not.
Well, I don't know. Because at the end of that movie, they like are snowed in at a movie theater and they see this like Liam Neeson like ice truck movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what this is.
I know. And so
did you see it? You saw Cold Pursuit?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But like when that came out, I tweeted at Daddy's Home 2, be like, is Cold Pursuit the movie that's in the end?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so it was pretty bad. And then it just kind of ends. So, yeah. Okay, my number 4 is The Beach Bum.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I didn't like it. I thought it was very irresponsible filmmaking.
For me, it's like I don't know. I still don't know if I like it or if I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a trippy movie.
And like its existence is that.
Yeah. But so, I mean, it's definitely nowhere near my top movies, but it doesn't make my stinkers.
I feel like you can make an unlikable character. Like, I don't know. I think what it is like we've had a lot of movies with great unlikable characters, but I feel like he's not like he should be an unlikable character, but he's played as a likable character. At least that's how it read to me. I don't know, and so it was just like I was everything about what Matthew McConaughey is about in this movie. I'm just like, it just felt like a rough road that they went down.
For sure.
That's my number 4.
Okay. What's your number 3?
Rocket Man.
Okay. All right.
Which is, not super fair. It's just like, I mean, I didn't like it because it's a musical, and I didn't know it was a musical going in. And, it wasn't like the dramatic parts of it surrounding all of the things where they weren't breaking into songs was great. But then they would break into song, and it would just be like, why are you singing to each other about like domestic abuse and like things like that? And it was just like, I can't do this. Like, I can't take this seriously. There's no way for me to take this seriously, and it's just not.
Do you like it better or worse than Bohemian Rhapsody?
No, that was always my thing with Bohemian Rhapsody. I liked Bohemian Rhapsody. I just didn't think it was
as good as everyone else thought.
I just didn't think it was anywhere near good enough to be an Oscar contention. Like, I had a good time watching it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially because it wasn't a musical. But, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
I mean, to be fair, The Beach Bum, Rocket Man, and the next one on my list all have the same rating. So they're kind of interchangeable. There's only one that I have rated the lowest.
Okay.
So.
That might be kind of... actually, some of these are actually... The rating I gave... Like, this one has a higher rating than the other two. Mm-hmm. But it's The Dead Don't Die.
That one, I had the same rating as Cold Pursuit.
Yeah.
So it was... I just decided Cold Pursuit was worse.
I don't know. It just... going into it, I'm like, okay, it's a zombie movie, and it's got Bill Murray, Adam... I mean, you could... Like, the cast goes on for days. Like, it should be so sick. And then it's just, like...
Boring.
It's boring and, like...
A lot of
nothing,
tropes.
like so many... Like, you... You're focusing on this one plot, and then, like... Nothing. You don't ever find out like what happens like in a couple stories. Like it's just I don't know.
Well, Jim Jarmusch he's kind of like a subversive filmmaker. He generally makes things more interesting. So I thought, oh, cool, he's gonna do a zombie movie. It's gonna be like funny and weird, but like also coherent. Yeah. And it just wasn't coherent for me. So
I would say it is funny and weird, but like that wasn't enough to make it.
Because he still did all of the same zombie tropes that you see in other zombie movies. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, why are you wasting time with this? We've all seen this. We've all seen all of this. Like, so focus on something else.
Yeah, it's just a huge disappointment.
Yeah.
And the next one is also a huge disappointment just because, okay, so it's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Well, you made the mistake of going to see a PG-13 horror movie, so that's on you, bud.
There's other PG-13 horror movies that I've liked.
Yeah, but they were rated PG-13 in the 80s, so that means they were actually R.
No. No. But, I mean, just... it's not that... It doesn't have to be scary. Like, I don't know. I just thought... Guillermo del Toro... I loved Shape of Water, and then I gotta go see this. It just doesn't add up.
Mm-hmm. Two different movies.
You should have released them. Should have put this before that, and then it might have been okay.
Mm. Whatever you say, man.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it. I can't comment. I know some people that liked it, but
you do.
They were kids.
Okay.
They're like, the PG-13.
I guess if it's for kids, then maybe it's different.
Maybe, but it's still PG-13, not PG. So
yeah, PG-13. That's why it's for kids, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess I'm just not allowed to see PG-13 movies anymore.
So that's number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, your number 20 on your list was PG-13. So it's Peanut Butter Falcon.
Well, yeah, that was just a joke.
Just talking about horrors. Okay. That was your number 2, right?
Jojo Rabbit was PG-13?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, you sure do.
That was your number 2, right?
That was my number 2.
My number 2 was also mentioned already today. It's the Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker.
All right.
It could be my number 3 or my number 4. I didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't think it was good. I thought it was bad.
Yeah.
You can leave it at that. What's your number 1?
Well, what's your number 1?
My number 1 was the Angry Birds movie 2.
Okay.
Normally I would definitely skip something like this, but
Really? Normally?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we saw the Angry Birds movie, and I knew after that was enough.
I liked the Angry Birds movie.
I thought it was fine, but then it was definitely not something that needed to be made, like a sequel needed to be made for it. But I went because I brought my buddy's kid to see it, and so we saw it. And
did he like it?
Yeah, he did, but he doesn't know what he likes. He's like 4.
All right. My number 1.
Least favorite
movie, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil.
Did you like the first one?
I thought it was okay.
So you were like, yeah, I should definitely see the sequel.
I mean,
to be fair, that was what happened with me with Angry Birds.
I guess so, yeah. It's just, I like, I usually like stuff that Disney does.
So you see it all, and you give them all your money, and then they hijack theaters and say you have to play.
Well, I didn't give them any more money than I was.
I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you, man.
But it has the potential to be like cool, but it just isn't. And like, just I don't know, the way they shot it, and I think whatever I was watching was like meant for like a 3D screen, because like a lot of blurry images and stuff. Yeah.
You would have known if it was 3D. It would have been like pink and green.
But what they should do
is focus the lens.
Is like just what they did with the Thor movies. They make 2 shitty Thor movies, and then they hire Taika Waititi.
And then they made Mistress of Evil 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think he's going to do it.
I'll pay him $1 billion.
I still don't think he's going to do it.
He wouldn't do it for $1 billion?
For $1 billion? There's no way they can make that money back.
Doesn't matter.
I guess Disney can do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
They don't want to buy another studio. They just want to make Maleficent 3 for $1 billion.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. We did it.
We did it.
All the movies.
Do you have any closing remarks?
I don't have any closing remarks. Just go see the good movies that we talked about.
Especially Jojo Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't ever talk to us again.
Ever.
Don't talk to us until you see Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. We're going to ignore you because we can tell.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That was another good podcast. Way to be.
Yeah, we'll see you for our Oscar predictions.
Or 2020 best movies.
Well, we got to do an Oscar.
Yeah, we'll do an Oscar show. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Time permitting. All right, thanks for listening.
Out.
Have a good one.